Hi students, we are getting ready for fall conferences coming up in October, and we need a place to showcase our work for our parents. Last year we used the ePortfolio and It's Learning, but I think that Google Sites is going to give us a better place. It's a little bit friendlier and more creative, so I think you're going to like Google Sites better. I know a lot of you are already using Google Sites, so this won't be hard. But for those of you that haven't used Google Sites before, let me show you kind of how to find it. So if you start in your Drive, I'm in my Drive, and you're going to go up to the waffle, and you're going to just click into Sites. It's going to take you into the old, ugly Google Sites. You're going to have to click here to go into the new, prettier version, New Google Sites. And it defaults to Owned by Anyone, so I have to change this to Owned by Me. And then you'll see the plus sign for Create New, and you're just going to start creating or building your Google site. So think of a Google site as like an online binder, a digital binder. Like you're going to the store and you buy a binder and you're going to put tabs in it for the different sections, and then you're going to just start putting your content in the binder. So the first thing we need to do is we need to give our ePortfolio or our binder a title. So I'm going to title this ePortfolio, but I'm going to start with my name. So I'm Miss Abercrombie. And we're going to say this is my ePortfolio. Then we're going to come right up here. You've got two areas to change the title. And now I'm ready to roll. Now I don't like the way that looks, so you can fix this. So notice the two, I've got the little icons that come up. Here, this shows me that I can move, okay? So you can move it back and forth. I don't like what I just did, so I'm going to move it back to the center. Move it over to the center. Okay, and then I get another arrow which allows me to, if I click in there, notice these little blue circles that come up. They allow me to stretch it and resize so that I can make this make some sense. My name's pretty long, so I've got to stretch this a little bit long to make that work. Okay, still see it's a little bit off center. So I'm going to go back and try to get my movement arrows and then move it and make that look nice. Next thing you might want to do before you even start is you can come in here and give it an image. You could upload or you could select from a gallery. So look at these nice little images that you can shop in here for. I like that one. Okay, and then it's going to change the background for your ePortfolio. Ooh, I need to get that S up there, don't I? I'm going to click in here, get my two circles, pull it a little bit longer, and get that situated. Okay. All right. Next, look over here at the insert. So you've got insert, you've got pages, and you've got themes. So on the Insert tab, look at all of the different things that you can put here. Now remember, this is the front of your ePortfolio. It's like you're looking at the top of your ePortfolio or your top of your binder. You're not really ready to put anything in it, but you've got a way you could put text box, put a text box in here, and if I click text box, this pops up and I can type, you know, something about my ePortfolio, maybe this is a digital binder of all of my work, something like that. But notice when I click in here what I get, I can duplicate this section. I get a little palette. I could click in here and change the color. They don't give you a whole lot of colors in here to choose from, but if you wanted to give yourself a little color, you could do that. You could put an image in there. Again, I'm going to click here. You get the ability to move this around if you have other text boxes. Right there gives you the ability to move it, or you can change your mind and trash the whole section. Okay, so I wanted you to know that's there. You could add images. You could pull anything from your Google Drive. You can change the layout of how this front page looks. Maybe you want it to have two sections. Maybe that you want it to have, you know, the ability to put two different things in here. You've got all kinds of ways to customize this. If you scroll down, look at this. I could put a calendar in. I could put a YouTube video in if I needed to. maps. I could pull from anything in my Google Drive again. So there's just not a limit to anything that you can put into your binder. So now let's talk for a minute about making pages. Let's talk about the sections inside this binder. So you'll come right here and you'll click Pages. It shows me that I don't have any pages right now. I have a home page, which is the title of my binder. And again, the plus sign to add a page. So I'm going to add my first page, and let's all call our first page About Me. And let's spell it right. Okay, and done. Notice what's going to happen up here at the top. I now have a home page and an About Me page. When I click I'm actually on my About Me page. It titled it for me, so that was nice. And you'll see that underneath the page section, my pages are going to start showing up right here. Anytime you see 3 dots, look and see what you can do underneath those 3 dots. Properties. If you wanted to duplicate the page, you could. If you wanted to turn around and make that your home page, you could do that too. Okay, so as I'm on my page, I'm going to go back to Insert. And now I can put anything into this page that I need. So my About Me section is exactly what that sounds like. It's where you're going to just talk about yourself a little bit. What kinds of things do you like to do? What do you do outside of school? Do you have any extracurricular sports? Do you just really enjoy learning about history? Tell us about yourself, because I've learned, and I bet you have too, that you change over time and through the years. So as you grow, we're going to see this section changing with you. So that's all the About Me is, and I think hopefully your parents can even learn something that maybe that they don't know about you from this section. And so to add to this section, you could put an image of yourself. If you wanted to put an image of yourself, look at the ways that you can do that. You could upload. You could pull from your Google Drive. So let's talk for just a second about how would you get an image of yourself to your Google Drive. Well, you're going to need to take a picture. Maybe you have a great picture on your phone already and it's in your camera roll. So you would need to get the Google Drive app. You would click the Google Drive app and you would simply upload your photo to the Google Drive. And once you do that, you're going to click right here. It's going to take you into, you can even click Recents, and the last thing that you put into your Google Drive is going to show up. You would click the picture and then just click Select. Get a picture of yourself to your ePortfolio. Okay, so that's the About Me section. Text box is where you're going to talk about yourself. And it looks like you've got this skinny little rectangle box, but notice that as I type and hit enter, it's going to get as big as you need that space to get. Okay, and then once you click in here, look at all of the different things that you can do. You can italicize, you can make it bold, you can line it up to the center or to the left, you can bullet it. You could even put in a link to a separate doc that maybe you have. Maybe you've done this in your ELA class and you just want to give a link to About Me. That's okay too. Okay, let's make another page. I'm going to scroll back up so that I see my pages at the top. My next page. My personal goals. I'm going to click here, make a new page, and I'm going to call this page my personal goals. So think about what could be on your personal goals section. Watch this update up here, home, About Me, and now here's my personal goals page. So on my personal goals page, I would talk about me personally. As a student, you've got goals in your academic classes, maybe homework, maybe your grades, maybe you want to pull your grades up. But this is also the place to talk about you emotionally. How do you get along with your peers in your classes? Do you have a lot of friends? Do you need to make some goals for being a better friend? What kinds of things do you need to set goals for yourself just to be a better me, just to be the best person that you could possibly be? Maybe you need to work on setting some goals at home. Cleaning your room a little bit more, being more responsible at home or at school. But this can just be a wide range of what you want personally for yourself. Okay, again, go back to Insert. You've got your text box, you've got your images, and you've got From Drive. anything else that you need to put there. And the last page that I'm going to have you put here will be called Showcase. So this is going to be your work. These are going to be work samples. So I'm going to put Showcase here because I want you to showcase yourself. What kinds of things are you good at in ELA, in math? We're going to need to put in underneath that Showcase page, and it should come up, it should pop up in a second. There it is right there. Underneath that Showcase page, I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to click these three dots because we've got to give a sub page for every subject. So right here, Showcase, add sub page. So I'm going to click add sub page, and now I'm going to start making a sub page for each one of my subjects. So here's math, and back to the three dots, add sub page. And I'll put ELA. Keep going through. Now your teachers may tell you that they want to change something in here. Maybe they'll tell you, you don't need all of the subjects, or maybe they'll tell you you can choose your subjects. Whatever. Your teachers are they trump anything I say here. So if they want you to add a different page or tell you don't worry about a certain page, that's up to your teachers. They make the final call on how this should look in your PT class, okay? So here I've got my Showcase page, and then I've got sub pages for each one of my content areas. And if you look right here, that little drop down shows you the little sub pages here, so I can click to each one of these and it will take me to a page for each of my different subjects, okay? And then I can go back once I get onto the little, right now I'm on the science sub page inside Showcase. I'm going to go back to insert, and I can now put in my text box, my images, pull from my drive. If you've done any kind of cool, maybe you did a link in something that wasn't in Google Drive. Maybe you did a really cool link somewhere else. Here's where you can put that. When you put text box, you can talk about this cool project that you did, and then here's your link right there. That's how you're going to insert the link. If you did a really cool science lab, or you made a really cool, did some kind of web quest or whatever, you can put that link right here into the text. Okay? And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to stop by. I love Google Sites. I think you're going to like it too. And I'd love to come and help your class if you guys need help. And that's it.